Hey everybody. Oh gosh, about to fall out of my seat here. I told you we're going to do something about this seat because I am so short. See if anybody hops on. Let me get to my page here. I don't know what I was thinking a while ago. I sit here. I was doing a short video for tonight and one for tomorrow, and I rubbed my blister completely open. I mean, you talk about wanting to cry. I did. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Sheila. But talk about making it burn again as you take that blister off, and it was not fun. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Terry. Okay, I started on my project while I was watching Shar, and I had a clock that I got from Beth at the Crafty Edge at the event, and I went ahead and I crackled the bottom to see if that's really what I wanted. Now, I got paint on it right there. Normally, when you take off the face, it's open. This one wasn't. It just has a hole. So, I took off the little door, and this is what we're going to put in. And I thought I would go ahead and just paint it black and crackle it and just use it year-round. Like right now, I can put Christmas birds in it. Easter, I can put a little bunny and some eggs in it. Valentine's Day, I can put some little hearts in it. Just have something in it for every season. Like 4th of July, I could put, a flag in it, red, white, something red, white, and blue in it, just anything. Oh, thank you. I got this when I went to Paducah a couple years ago. But anyway, I thought that's what I was going to do. So I went ahead and did the bottom. I've painted it black. I've got my glue here. And guys, we're not going to take a whole hour because I'm going to have to go do something about my finger. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Linda. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Anna. So what I did is I painted it black. It was just a brown wood. I sanded it down really good. I am doing good, Lori, if I just quit burning myself and breaking up my blisters. So I'm going to go ahead and take a big brush. And I am going to go ahead and crackle the back too. Put a little bit right there. And I am going to put some, I really just kind of want a thin coat of glue. So I'm going to just kind of drag this up. And try to use what I've got on my brush. And let's come over here on this side. We'll need a little bit more here. Hey, Paula. Hey, Lisa. Thank you for sprinkling. And so I'm going to take this and I am going to... You really should go one direction, but this is a little harder to do. And we're going to do these in sections. Okay, so we got a little more heavier on that side than this side. Let me put just a little bit more because I don't want it to look that different. But we're going to go ahead and crackle. And anything I put in here is not going to be glued down. We're going to let it be open and loose. Hey, Virginia. So I have some Miss Lillian's No Wax Chalk Paint here in a little cup. I need to add a little bit more. I'm just about out of it. I'm trying to use up some of this paint that I've got. I don't want to get that in there. I'm going to pour a little bit more in here because I am using a bigger brush tonight so it can go a little bit faster. It's probably about enough for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and use this bigger brush. Is that paint? Yeah, that's paint. Bigger brush. And I'm just going to kind of rake it off a little bit. I don't want to have a big old glob. And we're going to start painting. I've got this on my turntable. Now I'm going to come this direction and go what's on the back of my brush here. Oops, I got a big glob and I didn't want that. And meet in between. Let me go ahead and put some right down here on these edges. And let's take another little dab on both sides of our brush. I saw Sheila was talking about lots of movies. Some days I just want to sit down and watch TV and I have a care in the world, but I've got so much I have to get done. I don't get to do that very often. Hey, Penny. Hey, Teresa. But I decided to go ahead and do this a little more farmhousey look. That's really a word. Because I thought I could put this on my mantle and just decorate it. You know, even if it's not during a season, I could, you know, just put like flowers or something in it. Hey, Pam. 42 degrees in Oregon. We're supposed to get down in the 20s tonight. But we're going to be up in like the 50s the rest of the week during the day. But nighttime's where it's going to get cold for us. However, I have 3 jackets over here I need to take over to the house. I had to grab one of Jeff's jackets to get over here tonight because it was a little bit chilly outside. Hey, Denny. However it crackles, it's fine. I will put a spray sealer over it just to take care of it. Hey, Penny's DIY Crafting. Hey, Judy. You're home now, safe to comment. Hey, Stacy. But I did 2 cute ornaments. One's going to go on late tonight and the other one in the morning. Oh, wow, Tammy. That's crazy. I know I kept getting kicked off as Sheila's. I was watching her pretty much the whole time, but I don't think she saw me very often. Hey, Casey. But I just really want this to be more farmhouse look. Oh, Jeff's doing good. He hurt his back yesterday, so he didn't get to go to church this morning or this evening. He went to get my wood, and instead of picking up one piece of wood at a time, he picked up a whole sheets, and that's what got him. You're crackling a mirror. I'd love to see that, Tammy. 19 feels like single digits in Minnesota. Oh, yeah, that wind chill will just get you every time. 20's not there, too. Oh, thank you, Amanda. I got this at a place called, it's kind of like an Atwoods around here, but it's called King something or another. And I got some shirts. 6 inches of snow tonight and tomorrow. Wow. Now, I like how it's crackled. It kind of followed my shape here. Karen, we are making over a old clock that I picked up in Oklahoma City at Best. I think I paid $1 for it. Or I might have got it by the pound. I don't remember how we priced stuff this last time. But we're not going to take a whole hour tonight, I promise you. Because I need to get my finger on some ice. I never dreamed I would open up that blister and just rub the skin back. But if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be me. Hey, Dana. We are doing good, Dana. Hey, Janet. Hey, Andrea. I'm making sure this is good and dry before I turn it over. Hey, Andrea, don't you remember when we went to that place in Paducah and got these? We went across the bridge and went to King something. I can't remember the rest of it. I am feeling a whole lot better. Egg whites. Yeah, it was a burn. I burned it on some hot grease. No, I'm not cold. It's actually warm in my building. I got a wet spot right there. Now it's drying. Make sure this is good and dry. Then we're going to go ahead and do the back here, and then we'll do the front. got a little bit of wet paint here on my edge, but I'm going to kind of wipe it down a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and get our glue and go on the back part here. Oops, that was my paint. Oh well, we'll see if it's going to work. I'm going to take this little brush here. No, I'm not either, because that's got paint on it. Let's go ahead and get some Mod Podge on this. Because I want to crackle it just a little bit. I don't really want a big crackle on the back of it. So I'm just dabbing some paint here and there on it. Not really going in any particular direction either. And let's go ahead and get our paint. I'm going to put a coat right here on this trim with this little brush. Whoops. That really did make a big mess there. I'm going to get right here in these little small spaces. It took a little bit of effort to get the battery out of this thing. Hey, Tracy. Get some paint on this. Let me get my container here with this big brush. Let's just get some paint on it. I've got to take Michelle to Tulsa. She just had 2 appointments, but I saw she said she had 3. Okay, let's go ahead and dry this one. Let me get my brushes out of the way here and dry it. I do have some burn cream in here. I did put some lidocaine on it as soon as I did what I did. And I just made sure I covered it back up. I had a Band-Aid over it, and I took the Band-Aid off. That was my mistake. But no, I always keep some burn cream over here. I'm always burning myself, but I'm trying to use my little finger protectors more now, because that hurt. Now I'm going to keep the inside of this kind of neutral. I'm not going to glue anything down inside of it. I am going to paint the inside of it kind of an off-white with this paint. That way it won't clash with anything that I put in here throughout the year. You see how that one's cracking? This paint takes a little bit longer to dry. Mustard is good for burns. Yeah, this was already a big blister, and I was wiping paint off my hands with a diaper wipe or a wet wipe and just opened it up. It'll heal faster, but boy, that hurt. That hurt. I don't know where this red is coming from. It's coming from the wood, maybe? Because I don't have any red paint out. This one corner and this corner has a little bit of red bleeding through. Hey, Kefany. It's probably the tannin in this wood, but this looks like it was really cheap wood because it came from China. This whole clock said made in China. So it's not an heirloom or a keepsake. I have a keepsake clock that was my grandpa's, and I won't do anything with that because other than me marking on it when I was about 8 years old inside the lid. I think I first learned how to write my name, and I made sure I opened up that lid and wrote my name on it. Okay. That side right there, it's got a good crackle on it. And before I do the crackle out here, I'm going to take this small brush and I'm going to paint inside here just what you can see as you're looking in on it. I'm not going to worry about the roof part of it. I'm just going to paint the inside this white so that if I put in something in here, it's not going to clash if I was to put like a red or a yellow. I don't want any other color inside other than what I do put in to decorate with. Let's get all this paint in here, and I brushed it out with a brush and blew it out. And I need to paint that little place where that battery's set because it's just a dark wood. And I have an idea for it. And I'm just going to try to paint it as best as I can in here. It's kind of a small area to get in. And we're just going to put one coat of paint. We're not going to take any pains with it. And let me turn around and show it to you. See, I just painted the inside of that right there. No, you don't put anything oil-based on it. That just makes it worse. All right, I'm going to take my glue here. I've got a little bit left. I'm going to just come up. And I really don't want a big crackle on the front of it. So I'm going to try to just put a little bit of glue here. I don't want to have to pour any more into this pan if I have to. Like I said, guys, we're not going to take an hour. We might do 45 minutes. I love Char's cardinal, and I had to laugh when I saw her cardinal because I'm using a cardinal tonight too. I decided to either use a cardinal. I've got a cardinal, and I've got a really pretty white bird, like a snowbird. But I think I'm going to put the cardinal in it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get my paint here. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to get the inside edge. We're just going to dry brush it. Okay. And this did have some little foam circles on the bottom of it, like protection. And I've got some more felt ones in the house I'll have to put on it so it doesn't scratch my bookshelf or my mantle. I kind of want to get a good coat in here. I don't want a thick coat, but I want to have enough paint that I'll see some crackle. Okay. Let's smooth that. I'm going to just put my dirty brushes there because we're not going to do any more painting. Hey, Wanda. Isn't it, Char? Char and I used to do this all the time where we'd use something that'd be very similar or do a similar project. You gotta laugh sometimes. You're getting snow there tonight, Robin? You guys try to stay in warm. I talked to this is what, I didn't tell a story. I have one great uncle left. He was my grandpa's brother. He's 94 years old. And still just as spry as if he was in his 60s. But he called me on my birthday. And boy, I tell you what, that made me feel good that he remembered. And he said, you know, sis, I know the day you were born, I can remember getting that letter. Back then they had letters, they didn't have phones. That Leonard finally had a granddaughter. Hey, Karen. And he said they had some snow and he was going to go to his son's house and they were going to have to come get him because he didn't want to have to drive in the snow. And he was going to one of the boys' house. I think they're all going to meet at Steve's, but I got a big old clump of white right there. That's okay. I'm just going to, where I went over. I'm going to try to roll that back down. But yeah, that made me feel good. Really feel good. No, this isn't Grandpa's clock. Michelle, you know I wouldn't do that to that clock. This is one that I got at a thrift store. You know better than that. This is about the third clock I think I've done over the years. I like doing them. Every one of them's put together different. Try to smooth this paint out where it rolled up. That's okay. It's just going to look like it's old and chippy. It was the 27th, Paula. Day before Thanksgiving. Next year it falls on Thanksgiving. Next year it falls on Thanksgiving. We're either going to go out to eat or the girls are going to end up cooking a lot of the food. Because next year Lauren will be with us on Thanksgiving Day, so we'll have it. Let's make sure that's dry inside there. Okay, I think I got it good and dry. So I'm going to set it this way so you can see what I'm doing. Hey, Tammy. Let me get all my paint stuff over there. And I was going to put some lights in it, but I can't figure out how to get this open. Normally they have a screw, and there's no screw. It's got to slide somehow. Now, I don't want to break it. Anybody got any suggestions on how to open this? Slide the lid. Slide the lid. That's the only thing I didn't do is slide the lid. Normally, I needed 4 batteries. I told Jeff 3. We need 4. I don't have another one out here. Darn, darn, darn. And I'm not going to make him walk back out here. I'll put 3 in it, and then you guys just imagine you see lights in it. You can just imagine you see lights. I don't have another battery out here. But I'll get another one. But what I planned on doing is hiding all of this in here, the batteries. And I'll set it in there for right now. And I'll take this in the house with me and take a picture of it, and I'll post it. And I like the cool lights more than I like the warm lights. I don't like the yellow lights. There we go. This is a long, long thing of lights. Probably more than I need, really. So I'll go and I'll get another battery. But what I'll do is there's plenty of room for me to hide this down in here. I can hide this down in here. Guys, this is smarter than I am. Okay. Oh, I won't, Lynn. I'll be wearing one of them. Let's see. This go back in here. If I had any foil out here, I would. There. Well, I thought I would have enough room. So, I don't have enough room, which is okay. Since we have this little hole here in the back, I'll just run these through the hole. And I'll just, that'll make it easier when I go put a battery or change batteries. I thought I had another battery out here, but I guess I don't. I guess I don't. And if I decide I don't need all these lights in here, I can just pull them out and wrap them around. Because you're really not going to see a whole lot. I'll probably kind of lay them here on the back. Now, I took a piece of that fabric that I got that's just this feather-like fabric. And right now, I'm just going to stick it in here. Because to me, that looked almost like a nest. Almost like a nest. And I thought with my little bird, I don't have any other color of little trees. And like I said, I am not gluing anything in here. Okay. I may glue those down just a little bit because I can pop those off. I'm either going to put in one of these birds, and I haven't really decided which one yet. And I have this bird right here that's a clip. And it's kind of like beaded. And I'm going to take off this little clip. Because I really don't need all these little things. And I could set her in here. Let me turn this around real quick. Let me get her little tail feathers in there. I could set her in there and let her sit like that. But she kind of blends into my background. Alright, these little trees are going to have to get glued down a little bit because they're driving me crazy. And I said I wasn't going to glue anything down, but I'm going to have to put a little bit of glue for a tack. And this fabric here is thin, so I know the lights are going to shine through it. I'm going to tack it up there at the top. Just to hold it up a little bit. And let's put these in and let's let these feathers kind of hang out just a little bit. And let's just put a dot of glue. And we can always take these off when we're done. I have a And I think I'm going to go ahead and put in maybe this one. Maybe this one. It's got some little wires right here. And some little feet. Do I like that one? I don't know if I like that one. I don't want to get my finger burnt, so I'm not sticking my finger in there. Okay, do I like that one right there? Do you like that one? I really wish I could light this up. I kind of like that one. But then I kind of like this one. This one's got a little clip on him. Let's take this one out. I could clip this one to the fabric and let him set up. This is going to take a lot of maneuvering. I think I kind of like that one. I think I like that one. Like that. And this is not wanting to stick up there. Not wanting to stick. I need something a little bit longer to stick in there. There we go. And let's take this out. And let's stick this to the wood. Right in the front. Now let's get our guy here. Tell you what, working with a hurt finger sure doesn't help. And in a small space at that. I'm going to take a little bit of glue here and stick right here on the side to kind of hold this where it's going to come out just a little bit. And then let's get our little cardinal and just set him back in there. And how about let's put a couple pine cones in there. I got a pine cone here. Trying to find my clippers here. Here they are. Let's stick a pine cone in there. I can't do this backwards, guys. I thought I could, but I cannot do it backwards. And maybe this one's a little bit too big. Maybe this one's a little bit too big. Hey, I got an idea. How about let's put a little bit of glue here on that. And let's let him sit. Let's bend his tail up. We'll let that little clip sit right there and let him just peek out. Now we got it. I lost my pine cone. I lost my tree, but that's all right. That is all right. I'm going to snap that tree out of there because it just blends in anyway. I've got some other stuff here we can stick in there. How about let's take this right here. I know this will bend a little bit. And we'll just stick this in there. Just to get a little bit of color in there. We just need something. Alright, that's not going to work either. I'm having all kinds of problem with this. I could set the trees out on the outside. It's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I want to just get a little bit of red in there and a little bit of greenery. Let's see, let's get this piece right here. Now we're getting it. Now we're getting it. I'm going to take a little bit of my greenery that I like. And I'm just going to take some little pieces and just stick here underneath his tail. And let it kind of hang out here. Let's get a small piece right here. Oh. We'll stick right in there. And I don't think he's going anywhere. Now what do you think? Now what do you think? We got a little bit of green in there. And this will just be in here for through Christmas. Maybe I'll stick a snowman in here for January. Just like that. And let's see, we were talking about putting those trees out. Maybe we could just put these trees out here. I could always pull these up. We'll get a little bit of greenery around here. How about let's just set them over here on one side. Nice thing about it is I could take these up. They're not going to hurt anything. Now let's just put a dot of, and we'll put it right up here on that wood so that I don't get it on my paint. Oh, thank you, Glenda. That way I'll just stick some right here. We kind of hide our thing. Now this right here, I'll put a piece of double stick tape on it and stick it on the back here, and I will turn it on and take a picture of it so that you guys can see it. But I could, oh, there that went. Then I could put a snowman in it for maybe January, February, put something in it with maybe something Valentine-ish looking. March, put St. Patrick's in it. Put a little gnome in it. That would be cute, a little St. Patrick's gnome. April, we could put in like Easter eggs. End of April this year is Easter. May, we can put in something. Every month I could put something different here every season. But just something like that. Just a clock that you can find at thrift stores all over. All over. It took me a little bit to get that stuff in there, but I got it in. I can't do it backwards. And right there are little trees here on the end. And then I will take a picture of it with it lit up in the house so you guys can see what it looks like. But we do our crafty sixtures. We try to do it the first Sunday of the month. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes we have to do it the second Sunday of the month. Right there, let me give you a close-up look of it. I really like those. Oh yeah, the grands will like it. I'll have Emma come up with some ideas because that girl can come up with ideas. She can come up with ideas. What else do I have I could stick in here? I want to put something else back in the back. I don't see anything else close. But anyway, guys, that is my little project for tonight. This one didn't work. We'll put him back in our little box. And do that. You can see in there, I just put that fabric back in the back there. I put a big dollop of glue up there just to hold it up. We could put scrapbook paper back there if we wanted to. You could put really just anything back behind it if you wanted to. But that's the way you can repurpose an old clock and just do something with it. Old clock. Now, this was the face on it. Right here. I'm thinking about turning this into an ornament. I'm going to have to see if I can glue this glass in and put a ornament behind it and make an ornament out of that. And that was the front of the clock. And I did keep, I don't know where I set it, I did keep the face of the clock. You know, the numbers, I did keep that. I did keep that. All right, everybody, I'm going to hop off here and go over and take care of my finger. My Band-Aids are pulling it off. and try to do that. But you guys all have a great night, and we'll see you guys all next month. Have a great day, everybody. Goodbye.